Well, Rokani Media Football, how are you? Second video of the day. We commence the day with the match preview of Arsenal versus the side called Aston Villa. Big game that is going to be played today at the Emirates, and it is on the live section. Go ahead and obviously enjoy it that side. Benjamin Sesko's agent has come out and spoken out about Benjamin Sesko and his transfer to Arsenal. Guys, clean your ears if at all you're not really hearing very well, because it's a big story. Jacobs Ben has jumped on it, and we have a story coming in from PSG of Kvaratskhelia. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, we are also powered by Mono Gadgets, dealers in brand new phones and brand new laptops. And if at all you need a used phone and a used laptop, also call them on +256 70 9988 665. After that, go ahead and do the needful. What's that needful you're supposed to do? Go on TikTok and search for Mono Gadgets, and you'll thank me later. That is it. Then you can as well find yourself in a position of really also getting an affordable smartwatch by contacting them, because they do have all those gadgets at your disposal. Now, this week, we got a very big story that Arsenal are really getting or trying to make an offer to RB Leipzig to get in Benjamin Sesko. But it was a loan with a non-obligation to buy. And they told us that RB Leipzig was like, if at all you want to get in this guy, the obligation to buy must be there. And that's how things went ahead. Obviously, not pan out as wanted by Arsenal. But the hunt of Arsenal for strikers is increasing all forwards, because they are having two forwards that they had gone ahead obviously rely on this season. That is Jesus and Saka, and both of those have gone ahead to find themselves injured. And I tell you what, I see that as a blessing in disguise, because Arsenal really needed a forward. Now, Benjamin Sesko's agent came out and told the following to Fabrizio Romano, and the agent is called Elvis Basanovic. He said, "I've never talked with Arsenal about a loan move for Sesko. He's known a player for loans, and this was never a topic with Arsenal or any other club. If you ask me if Sesko will move in January, I can only say he's a Leipzig player and fully focused on that." Now, I've gone ahead to see most people come out and speak and not really understanding the situation as it is. I tell you, this is a very positive story. I've gone ahead to see very many people see a lot of negativity from it, but that's not the case. I tell you, if you're an Arsenal fan, you can get excited for this, because the player in Benjamin Sesko is for RB Leipzig, and that means a loan is unacceptable, but a permanent offer or a permanent deal is acceptable to obviously take the player. And it's like, I've never talked with Arsenal about a loan move for Benjamin Sesko, meaning that the only thing he has discussed with Arsenal is a permanent move for Benjamin Sesko to the club of Arsenal. That is it. There is nothing like a loan move that he has discussed with Arsenal apart from a permanent move. So, for everyone who really doubts what these stories are, I tell you, you should really reflect well into this story. That means Arsenal has been knocking on the door of RB Leipzig, and it's way the RB Leipzig says no or yes to the money that Arsenal has to trigger the clause, because they're like 70 million euros. All else, Arsenal moves on. But the fact is, Arsenal is interested in Benjamin Sesko. And by the way, it looks like Arsenal don't want to spend any money on any other striker apart from Benjamin Sesko, because there are very many strikers that Arsenal can get. I tell you, if Arsenal can get £60 million and they take that money to Aston Villa, they can get Oli Watkins. If Arsenal gets that money and they take it to Sporting Lisbon, they can get Jokeres. If Arsenal got that money and they took it to Eintracht Frankfurt, they would have gone ahead to get Mamosh Mamosh before he crossed to Man City. You understand? There is even Jonathan David. I think right now, if they take like 10 million euros to the team where Jonathan David plays for, I think Arsenal would get that striker that could obviously take them throughout these 6 months and maybe focus on. So, if they are not making any moves, or any sideway looks for a striker, it is a confirmation that Arsenal are wanting this guy known as Benjamin Sesko. And to reflect back to what happened in the summer, Arsenal all wanted Benjamin Sesko. And we need to eat that he had until his I think he had until 14th of June last year to obviously renew his contract. And if he never renewed his contract before that, he would have gone ahead obviously go outside. He would have gone ahead obviously go for 55 million euros. And you remember when Arsenal got the news that this player has gone ahead obviously renew his contract, you know what happened? They never looked at any striker, and they brought in Merino, they brought in Carafiori, they signed Sterling on a loan. That's what Arsenal did throughout the entire summer transfer window, meaning that their ideal target is Benjamin Sesko. And I really like what Arsenal are doing, because if you are to bring in a player, in the January transfer window, most especially it has to be a player whose physicality is really approved, because if you are signing a player from the Premier League, he has to be having those physical attributes. And I tell you, Benjamin Sesko is a towering of a lad. He's physical, and I know he can come in the Premier League and really bossy very many sides. And Arsenal are onto this player, but it depends on RB Leipzig whether they're really gonna let this player go or not. And they've told Arsenal, the agent is like, guys, if you want to get in Benjamin Sesko, please come with cash, come for a permanent deal. No reason for loan, because why would they loan a player, when they know they need him, And Benjamin Sesko, this season, he has just had the following numbers into his game. For RB Leipzig, in the Bundesliga, he has so far played 17 games, 8 goals and 2 assists. Remember last season he played 31 games, 14 goals and 2 assists. Now, in the Champions League, 6 games, 3 goals. That's what he has gone ahead to score. And in the DFB Pokal Cup, 2 games, 2 goals. And in total, he has played 25 games, and guess he has 15 goals in there for you and 3 assists. 18 goal involvements. That is for the man himself, known as Benjamin Sesko. And he's 21 years of age, 1.9 meters tall. And if you know what Arsenal has gone ahead to set from last season to this season, it's that they are really a threat when it comes to set pieces. And what helps you become a threat in set pieces? The height. Meaning that, isn't he going to be the tallest player on the field at Arsenal? Let me see. Magalhaes, how tall are you? Because this guy is 1.95, and Magalhaes is 1.9, meaning that if Benjamin Sesko comes in throughout Arsenal, he's really gonna be the tallest player in the squad of Arsenal, 1.95. And by the way, he's just 21 years of age, and biology tells us that a person is height extension ends at 25. You never know. He might find himself at 1.98, all 2 meters, by the time he clocks 25. And him coming in here will obviously help Arsenal increase their area threat. So we are waiting to see what RB Leipzig is really going to be saying. But as we wait for RB Leipzig, looks like Jacobs Ben has given us a snippet of what we expect from RB Leipzig if Arsenal really makes this. He has told us that Arsenal retain a strong interest in Benjamin Sesko, but no approach made to loan him. On Arsenal ladder for the summer, not thought a permanent exit in January possible. So, Arsenal have strong interest in Benjamin Sesko. and no loan approach has been made. So that takes us to what the agent has told us, that he hasn't gone ahead to obviously discuss anything like a loan deal for Benjamin Sesko, because it's supposed to be a permanent deal. And if at all you know how a deal is constructed, before you even go to RB Leipzig, you have to first talk to the agent of the player, convince the player to obviously join your club, and then you'll attack the situation at the club. But this agent of Arsenal, this agent of Benjamin Sesko, is not a novice to Arsenal. We all know to it that photos were taken of him making those tours around all those stadiums, you know, around Man United, around Chelsea's stadium, and Manchester and Arsenal Stadium, Emirates, Stamford Bridge, and Old Trafford. He was there, he held talks, and all we got to know was his player signing a new contract, meaning that he was doing all these walks around to see to it that he puts RB Leipzig on pressure, that if you don't get us the money that we want, then we are going to get this player to the next club, because by the time the release clause was just 55 million euros. And for RB Leipzig, with the quality that this guy had at the age of 20, 21, they're like, you're going to miss out on a jewel in the crown. And they've gone ahead to keep him back. And I know that they will sell him for 70 million euros. And you know to it that some of that money will go to their sister club, that is RB Salzburg. So that's all about Benjamin Sesko, but Arsenal still have interest in the player. That is it, and that is Benjamin Sesko for you. So that's what I had for you as far as Benjamin Sesko was concerned, and I think more stories are really gonna be coming, and this is what we do here. We bring you stories, we tell you the source, and then we bring you what we call the filtrated version of what we think about that story. Now, yesterday we got a story coming from Ekrem Kona that Kvaratskhelia undergoing his medical ahead of his PSG move. Napoli will receive 70 million euros plus add-ons. They had asked for 120 over the summer. Kvaratskhelia cleared last summer, and in January he wanted a PSG move. Then, after passing the medical, then Fabrizio Romano told us that it's official. Kvaratskhelia joins PSG on a 70 million deal from Napoli. Kvaratskhelia signs until 2029. Those are how many years from now? Those are 4 years from now. So that's the deal that Kvaratskhelia has gone ahead to sign at PSG, and it's going to be keeping him there for that long. That's exactly how things are really panning out for Kvaratskhelia. And this is how Kvaratskhelia really had to obviously look when he was being given that jersey, and he said 2029. So that is Kvaratskhelia for you. He has gone ahead obviously sign for the side of PSG, and I think PSG people are really very excited about the deal, and Kvaratskhelia is really gonna be there for a very long period of time. And today they are playing RC Lons. That's the team they're really playing today, and we just have to get to know whether they've gonna hit obviously register this player on time. And the squad, let's see whether Kvaratskhelia is in the squad that is playing today. The squad is out. Donnarumma, Kimpembe, Fabian, Guy Ramos, Asensio, Dog, Vitinha, Likangin, Hernandez, Mayulu, Nuno Mendes, Bacola, Zaire Emery, Beraldo, Savonov, Zagay Tabi, Pacho, Anu Tenes, and Yao Neves. So Kvaratskhelia is not into this team, but I know in the midweek when they're representing for the what is it called, for the Champions League, the player will obviously show up and really put in a very huge shift altogether. So congratulations to Kvaratskhelia signing for this beautiful club. You know, when you lose a player like Kylian Mbappe, all what have to do is to get in a player like him. And obviously, they've gotten Kvaratskhelia into there. But I don't think that he'll obviously stay there for some long time, because very many clubs will be interested in him, because right now he's going to be so much into the spotlight, and huge clubs will obviously show up and really come for him. Now I'm looking for what Kvaratskhelia really said, but PSG have said, Kvaratskhelia has said, it's a dream to be here. I've heard a lot of very positive things about Paris Saint-Germain. I feel immense pride in joining the great club, and I'm looking forward to wearing my new colors. That's what Kvaratskhelia went ahead to say. So he's a new boy in town, and obviously they've gone ahead to sign a player from Napoli, and I think they last signed a player from Napoli, and that was none other than Edson Cavani, and he went there and did lots of wonders, and now they've gone in for Kvaratskhelia. So your thoughts onto Benjamin Sesko's agent speaks out on his transfer to Arsenal, and what do you make about Kvaratskhelia unveiled at PSG? Second video of the day, more is yet to come. I'm out for now. Bye-bye.